In a world where you have nobody, you need to be your own hero. You need to be your own hero. I look in the mirror.
Tubapilo Mosadi, Women Empowerment, Tubapilo Mosadi, one-on-one interviews. We've got given Mmane today, but we don't want anything because we know and we have seen her work. She works mostly with Basadi, she empowers Basadi, everything she touches is Mosadi. So today we're going to speak Leena, but at the end of the day, after this interview, when you look into what we've said, you will be empowered yourself. Osgiven, thank you for the opportunity. You are welcome. Can you just tell the viewers who are you, what you do, and yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much for the invitation. I feel very honored to be here.
Yeah.
As you've already said, my name is Mmane, and I actually started entering pageants with Mrs. Rustenburg, and that is one of the things that actually put me on a platform. And I feel very honored for the party in general, because it's not just about the grown women. If you want to actually build a woman, you have to start them young. So that is exactly what I have actually just been trying to do. It is not always enough, but the little that you do actually gets a lot of people transformed, and it transforms you as well. So in short, given money, and I would really like to see a whole lot of people having reached their purposes. Not just the purpose, because we have a purpose, God gave me purpose. That is just me in short, and that is what I live for.
Can we talk about Africa pageant? You know, people when they say pageants, they're looking into the stage, the slim bodies, Can we just talk about that? What motivated you to enter? And I know when you entered, you were not a size 10.
Yeah.
You understand? You had a little bit of African fat then. So tell the ladies out there, what really motivated you? Because we've got women sitting there thinking, and there's nothing that will change.
That I can do about
it.
Truth be told, there's a lot going on in the world, and platforms like pageant platforms actually allows you and helps you to walk into rooms that you wouldn't normally just walk into. I get it with your everyday persona and stuff like that. So one of the things that actually encouraged me to enter was the fact that I wanted to make a difference. And I also realized that pageants are not just for very beautiful women, very slim body women who already have figured stuff out. So I also needed to find my strengths and my weaknesses as well. So I threw myself at a deep end. Let me just enter Mrs. Africa, because you meet other women as well, because it's not just about the pageant journey itself. It's also about interacting with other women from different backgrounds and different cultures and everything like that. So now when I enter, I actually realized that there were women from all parts of Africa, from Kenya, from Namibia, and all that. So in order for me to understand women holistically, I cannot just say, I also need to understand. You do realize we've got same issues. So it is one of the things that I can come to an understanding of women, because I'm very passionate about uplifting women. So pageant was a way for me, it was a platform for me to understand women better and to understand myself as well. So
okay, then let us talk about the woman. When we speak about the characters basically given, because we've been through that. We are not saying we're perfect, but we have learned through others. When we speak about the proverb woman, what exactly are we talking about?
Sure, we're talking about a woman who understand that her perfect. ke mosadi o na le di-flaws, but we're working on them every day. But to most of the times they actually think that we have perfected everything and we know everything. Truth be told, I'm sorry to say this, but everything. So it is of utmost importance for a really and try to understand who we are and try to understand where we come from and where we're going, because most of the times we don't even know where we come from. So how can you figure out where you are going when you don't know where you come from? So basically, every woman can actually empower a village, can empower their own home, because sometimes, you know, functioning, you know what, all we need to do is to tap into ourselves and figure out who we actually are and who we really are. Bothata ba rona ke gore ge re bona motho a succeed re le basadi re batla o tshwana le ene or re batla o nna ene
Re batla the
reasons behind gore why e ka re wa succeed gore phela re be re feletsa re kopisa what they're doing. There's nothing wrong with kopisa, but it becomes extremely wrong when you start becoming that person o tlogela the person that you're supposed to be and the person that you should be. So it is about time that we tapped into ourselves and loved ourselves the way we are and try and perfect ourselves the way God has created us to become, because every single one of us direction, and in your direction there's a lot of people that you're supposed to transform, because there's people who will be attracted to you because of who you are.
Let's talk about sisterhood. People think sisterhood only relates into blood, but today we are sisters.
Exactly.
We fall under the hood. We met through empowerment. Can we just talk about the sisterhood to other women out there?
Other women. We just need to understand and realize that we are our sister's keeper. You know, by believe we are your brother's keeper. We are actually our sister's keeper, and your sister is going to become better if you take part into empowering them. Okay. And in you trying to empower them, you actually learn a lot about them and about yourself, because because you've got this and you've got that and you've got that, you don't know what they've got. They probably have got so much more. Yeah, so much more than you. And the way we understand them. So
when we speak of sisterhood, the reason today we are backstabbing each other. The reason was given is because today we don't want to see others stepping up. We want to always to be up above others. And we've learned we fix each other's crowns. You fix it without even saying anything. So that's why we've got but they are pushing more of empowerment to put women online. Where exactly? That women they don't know their path exactly. So that's why they must move us, but unati come back, stay on your lane. So can we talk about youth empowerment? I know you are a teacher by profession, and teaching came from where you were also grown. And today was given a teacher, and you deal with kids. Can we talk smallly about issues that you see more our young girls, like, because you are also doing young girl protection things, programs. So can we talk about the young girls? As mothers, what are the things that you see that mothers neglect?
One of the things, like is to build a character of a woman. A woman does not just fall from a tree. They started being a child first. And some of the things that we are actually neglecting and we are failing to understand is the fact that if you build a child when they're still young, they're going to grow into that and they're going to become better people tomorrow. Sometimes when you talk to them and say, your child, this is the problems that they're facing and these are the challenges that they're facing. For an example, you'll find In Go Givens Angels, it's just a social club in Yanafe. Go Givens Angels, one of the things that I actually realized, but with the idea, if I can get a man over can go mining, I'll be sorted because I'm doing mining. Okay. And really bad, we don't even realize what our children's aspirations are because how we born. A woman can stand on their own. I'm not saying how we are neglecting the fact that we still need our men. But you need to build yourself first in order for you to be a good partner and a perfect partner for your husband as well. It's just like in business. You're walking into business because United is already established there. You need to figure yourself out first. So I believe if our young women can figure themselves out first, it's one of the things that I'm trying to do. For you know what? Ako tlogele bashimane ako tlogele go tlhola o lebeletse gore ke tla be ke nne koloi e rileng X5 ke ya go molong and get clothes kind of clothes exactly, you know, and work on yourself when a week as a person, because if you don't do that, a lot of people will try and help you build yourself, yes, but there will come a time when they feel like you're a lost cause. And people do get tired of doing that. So until you come to a realization that you have been created perfect and you can become perfect and you will walk in perfection. Once you because we are always striving for perfection. So once you start walking in perfection, your life becomes better. It becomes better too. So it's not only Bana Baba Sitsana, because right now we're talking about Bana Baba Sitsana. Let us build them and make them better people for themselves. It's not for because but they actually misunderstand that. But no, we're trying to build them for themselves, because you build yourself first before you can start building others.
To be able to make right choices when they are now in the platform of making their own choices.
Exactly.
So if you are sitting there, that's why we've got Bombay Given, that's why we've got Botuwa Mosadi, to make sure you get empowered, because everything that we do really Bombay out there, we're doing it for empowerment. Given, can you slightly also touch on other programs that you do? I know you also do charity work, so can you also touch on that, and also other things besides the given empowerment for kids as well? Everything that you do that you expect us as women sitting there to come and support.
You know what, I believe that I'm still coming to a point where I can say I'm a fully grown person. It's going to take a lot of energy, a lot of strength, and a lot of time to actually do that. But one of the things that I would really love for us as women to do, like it's a social club called Givens Angels. What I do is I will have a group of young women. It becomes easy. I realize that it becomes easy when we've got 10. So it would be an amazing thing if, as women, we can have these social clubs, social groups as well. They're not supposed. They should not be called Givens Angels. They can be called whatever it is that you want.
They can bring their own name.
Yeah, you can bring your own name to it. If it's a social club, you don't even have to be registering it, because it's just a social club. You sit with these kids, you decide we're going to meet twice a week or we're going to meet once a week. We sit together and we work on issues, or we deal with issues that actually affect young girls. Some children, they cannot even read. You'll find 14 years, but they cannot read. So these are the platforms where we're supposed to say, okay, now we're going to have a book club within the social circle. Yeah, we're going to have a book club. What we're going to do is we're going to read a tiny little book that is speaking about a particular issue that we need to deal with. And then you go out, you find books, you ask people to donate the same book that you want them to read, and then they will read that book. You can go at it chapter by chapter. If they're still as young as 12, you can go through it chapter by chapter. And let's take Africa to the next level, because this continent is crying, this continent is bleeding. I was in 90, and we need to build ourselves. We need to understand who we are as Africans first, before we can actually try and emulate the West. Because in most instances, we want to be like the Americans, we want to be like the British. It is all well and good because we can take on the world. Now we can communicate with them and we can tell them what to do, where to go, how Africans think, how Africans do things. So that is one of the major things that I would really love for people to do. And if you have started a social club and you can see that you don't know where you're going, I'm always available. You can call me. I will definitely come to your social club. We will set at the time. I will come to your social club and then we will talk about issues. If you don't know how to start it, I'm always there. You can always come to me, call you. We will go together we'll go even together and support the social club. If you don't know how to actually go about it, you are more than welcome to see what other women are doing. You don't have to start with 10 kids. You can start with 2 kids, your neighbor who cannot reach, with 4, 5, and then you take it.
You grow as it goes.
You will grow, and they will grow as well. I'm not going to lie to you. Even today, I'm still growing and I'm still learning how to handle certain things. And I have actually learned from trying to help others. I have also learned how to raise my own children. Yes, they'll be lazy here and there, and it does not necessarily, really they're very lazy. These social clubs, these are the things where we're supposed to.
They will teach them and they will push them to do what is right.
And you will know what they like, and you can advise them on how to go. If you don't know how to do it, give yourself homework. I'm going to find out where are cooking schools in Rustenburg. If the children that you've got, they like cooking, and then you can speak to their parents or call their moms and say, you know what, your child really likes to cook. Sometimes as parents, we don't even
And you find out as parents, we don't even know what our kids like, what our kids' passions are. On a day-to-day, you just see your kids going to school without knowing more about. So that is the platform as well that Megiven is also doing, and also giving us awareness of. And she is not saying don't steal my program. She is saying let us grow out there and do similar things that she does, and if we need help we can contact her and also get more information. I just want to say thank you, Megiven. Can we speak about COVID? How are you doing it now? Because some entrepreneurs, unfortunately I'm also one of them. By now our focus is on our market is women. And then now we've got COVID. We are unable to do other programs because now we are within the lockdown. How is it affecting your programs and how are you juggling them? Because I know you cannot just say to one child that you are busy counseling or that you are busy with a special program and say, I'm on COVID, I'm on lockdown, I can't help. How's your project adapting to that?
COVID did something, right? So something very, very harsh, if I may say. In most instances, the gatherings are not supposed to be 50 or 100 outdoors and stuff like that. But because you're going to be infected, you don't want to be responsible for other people's ailments. So what I would do is we will take 10 and sometimes we will do just 15, and we have to social distance, right? And this little girls empowerment, it's a bit hard sometimes when you've got all these kids sitting here and the other one wants to ask questions and the other ones are giggling. You know how children are. So sometimes even doing one-on-one, it is time consuming, but it does help as well. So COVID we should let people perish, right? We still do things, but with caution. We still have to wash our hands, and we
can just minimize.
We just minimize. And if I was doing, for an example, we started doing 2 days a week. Now we're only doing one day. Like on Wednesdays, we will just meet with these kids, and the kids will not be showing up and stuff like that. So if we met this week with these kids, next week I'll be meeting with other kids. So it simply means within a month I have met one child twice.
So clearly
You know what I
states,
mean.
COVID says to us, let not your program die, but
Exactly.
let us adjust within the COVID.
Within the COVID, yeah.
Okay, I think that will work also as a motivation to other women who are doing the same programs with kids development, because it's very important that we do programs that are there all the times. We don't just cut and forget. We continue with them. So Mmane, we just want to say thank you for the opportunity. Ya gore go itse and le bareetsi ba rona and the readers out there, because they've read your book.
Yeah.
The magazine when we featured you in November, and then you look so beautiful, and
Yeah.
when most people look at it and say, wow, is this a normal African woman from Rustenburg? I said, yes. So this is clearly just to say, really, let us bring the beauty within Rustenburg.
Exactly.
Because people think these are done only in Joburg, these are done only in Pretoria, and by the celebs. So now we became the celebs and say, let us empower our own women. You know, the ordinary so-called women, let us empower them because they've got bigger stories to tell. And unfortunately, you're also one of them. So we just want to say thank you to Mmane and say, continue with the inspiration that you are. You are giving us hope, because when we look at you, we definitely not inspiring the outside, but the inside, because we see it through your work. So continue with that. Can you tell the viewers where can they find you in terms of your program and in terms of other programs that you are also doing?
Yes, definitely. I'm available on WhatsApp. Can I give them the number?
Yes.
079 06 77 100. I'll read it again. 079 06 77 100. You're also more than welcome to send me an email at given.mmane@gmail.com. It's given.mmane@gmail.com. Anything that you would like to know as well, please do. I hear people saying we charge them an arm and a leg. We're trying to build Africa here, Bakhetho. I am not going to charge you an arm and a leg, trust me. In actual fact, I'm not going to charge you anything if you want to develop and grow Africa in the best interest of the African child and African women and everybody else who live in Africa, because that's what we're here for.
Definitely.
Exactly.
So they must not just be scared to call
Yes.
and inquire. As Mmane is doing empowerment, is doing MCs, is doing also kids and programs, and she's doing more. So when you go onto her social media, you'll be able to see exactly what she does. So we are signing out from Tuapelo Mosadi by saying thank you, Mmane. Keep well, keep safe. Let us continue by sanitizing. Let us continue by social distancing and also wearing our masks and making sure that we leave the crowd areas for safety. Thank you so much. Tuapelo Mosadi, we thank you all. Itlhokomeleng, itshwareng hantle, modimo a le boloke.